I give you this note? What did we look at last week?
The division. Very easy.
Okay. The African traditional. Have you done this before?
No.
Those who are not here, please make sure you get a note.
There are two.
You only two?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Same students for math and English. Same students for math and English. So just post for that lecture. I'll post what that you can read through audios. Then if you've got any questions, we'll come back and discuss. math and science, so it's Ruth, Odisha, and Fred. Ruth, it's you. It's math and science and also music. Okay, that's great. So it's only the three of you. So math and science and music. So it's only 2 lectures that I'm teaching you. I saw your work. You had what do you call it? You did an assignment over a lecturer signing in. How did you get it? You know the signing in way lecturers fill in the signing in. Can you go and get the work that's in near my desk? Just ask them where to put the desk. There's work above. It's just then I'll show you. And then this one you can just sign right up to the end. I'll show you. You can just sign right up to the end.
You read this?
Yeah. Is this your work?
Yeah. Oh, Victor.
Victor gave.
Yeah.
Why?
You said it's nothing. Yeah. Another one. Not this one.
Okay, are you writing the notes?
I'm not saying it.
Oh, you're not feeling well. Oh, okay. So maybe when she finishes writing, then I can explain. But also I want you to look at, just write maybe, or just think about, since you can't write, think about when you talk of African tradition, what does it mean to you? Okay, what does it mean? Okay? What does it mean to be African? I think we might start off with this discussion, okay? What does it mean to be African? Okay, that's one question. Okay. How do we tell that someone is African? Tell that one belongs to an African tribe. Tribe or community, okay? So just think about the things you can't write, okay? So what does it mean to be African? Or in other words, what is your definition of African? How do we tell that one belongs to an African tribe? And how were African communities set up? Okay? How were they set up historically and in the present context? We we're looking at the historical and social context. Past and present. Just think about it. So these are just 3 questions that we're going to talk about. Then look at, does that definition fit in with the definition that I've been on what African music is? Because you're saying African traditional music. So you're not looking at African contemporary music, but you're then going to look at it later. Okay? How it has evolved, how it has changed. These ones were very simple. Too simple. And yeah. And I felt like not much thought was put into it. So maybe one could explain how you were going to use them, but I think we will do this during the last class. So just like I wanted to explain and then I think next time we'll do guitars and complex instruments, constructing of complex instruments, and on stage you can't write. I don't know whether I'm not allowed to write all over the house. Okay. Are you done? Okay. So what does it mean to be African to you? Think about it. Maybe when you have written up to here, then you can stop, then you can do this discussion, and then you can finish it. What does it mean to be African? To you. Because what is your perception of being African? So what is your perception, your view of what African is? Of Africanism, they call it.
I think it's the complex and identity.
Okay, do you want to stop and listen and also comment? Okay? So, what is your perception of Africanism? Self-perception. Let's look at your self-perception. What do you view as Africanism? When you talk of Africanism, when you talk of being African, what did you do?
It's the complex and identity.
So you think there is complexity in identifying. So it's a complex identity.
Yeah.
Okay?
That can vary.
That varies. How? Significantly.
Yeah.
And this is how I want you to be writing. The way exactly you are speaking, that is how you are supposed to be. Don't write items, things. Exactly the way you are speaking, that is how you are supposed to write your assignment writing exam. That's academic knowledge, academic language. Yes. Yeah. So when you say the complex identity, what do you mean? It varies significantly. So it varies significantly from person to person, okay? From individual. Now, give us examples. You put 2 valid academic points. Now give us 2 examples that relate to your point.
Social background.
Background. You're saying the background. Which type of good background are there? So which one are we talking about? Are you talking about the light background? Are you talking about cultural background?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's complex because there's different cultural backgrounds. Okay? So which cultural backgrounds do we have in Africa that you think that are complex or are we've got northern part of Africa,
Yeah.
which is at the top.
Yeah.
Do you know the countries that are examples there that belong to the African part of Africa? Africa is a continent in the first place. We've got about 5 continents. Africa is regarded as a continent. How many states are there in Africa? Are there not 53, 54? How many? Teachers.
53.
Yes, okay? And divided amongst the different parts according to the geographical location of where each country is. So we've got the northern part of Africa. Can you give me examples of countries that are located at the northern part of Africa, the top part of Africa? Is it not shaped like this Africa? And then it's got something like that. Examples of northern countries that are located in the northern part of Africa. Did you not do African history? Did you do history? Did you not do geography? Did you not do geography? So we've got the northern part of Africa. I think Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Joseph are there. So you need to investigate, because you cannot talk of African history without knowing which areas are we going to talk about in Africa. You cannot talk about Africa without knowing geographically how is it located, okay? Divided into 5 parts, because we've got the northern part, eastern part of Africa, which is the Uganda, Tanzania,
Egypt,
yes,
Algeria,
yes, yes, south, yes. The southern part of Africa, we should know, because this is where we are all located. Which countries belong to the southern part of Africa? Sometimes Africa was known as the Sahara, the sub-Saharan continent, okay? Originally, sometimes they refer it to it sometimes like that, yes. The southern part of Africa, which countries fall under that? Malawi, South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, Zimbabwe, yes, okay? Tanzania is the southern part.
Oh, no.
The Tanzania is the eastern part, where there is Kenya, Uganda, and they going that way, okay? What about the western part of Africa? Nigeria? Ghana, yes. Cameroon. Is Cameroon not the central? Where is central? Central, there is also central. That's why I said there are 5 different parts of Africa. There is Central Africa also. So which countries are in the central part of Africa? Who are in the middle? You need to do your homework and know. Okay? So when we say this, already said culture, we got different, we are all Africans, but we are not knowing which countries fall under which part. So already we are there. There are a number of countries, 54, 53, okay? All of them with their own tribal backgrounds, with their own cultural beliefs and identities, okay? Yes. With their own language. So complex identity is identified in how? What you view yourself as. What are the barometers that measure identity? What are the factors that you consider when you talk of identity? Identity is how you view yourself. How you establish to be who you are, where you belong, who you are. What are the factors that determine your identity? What areas determine your identity? Well, let's look at Africa. You know perception. Yes, the location itself. Okay, in terms of geographical terms, okay, we are in Africa, and it's a continent. Okay? Okay? It's regarded as one of the continents in the world. Okay? Anything else that identifies it? So we identified with the location of where our continent is and where our country is. But now is it the southern, bottom part of Africa, therefore it is the southern part of Africa. Okay? So we identified in a broader perspective as a continent, and then within that continent we are then identified on a regional level where we are located. Is that correct? Okay. What's another identity? That gives us the idea that we are, or the perception that we are Africans. Ethnic and cultural diversity, yes. Give me examples. Do you know the languages that are spoken? Okay, let's start off with this. I think you're more familiar with the southern part, so you need to do a bit of a little small assignment that is not going to be great, and to look at the different parts, and then next week bring the different music, traditional music that is sung in the northern part of Africa, southern part, eastern part, western part, Central Africa. Bring 2 videos that you are going to watch, and then we are going to do a compare and contrasting activity in class. Okay? Okay? And then if you can get ones where they are singing in their own language, but it is then written in English. Because you also then want to look at, study the lyrics of those songs. What are they talking about? Are they, in their songs, do we see some element of Africanism in it? Okay? So we say culture, ethnic, in terms of ethnic and cultural, let's give me examples. We've got language. Okay? We've got language, belief within the culture, okay? Belief, yes? Traditional rituals. Yeah, rituals and customs. Okay, let's start off with the one that you are familiar with in terms of you're Malawian, okay? What rituals or customs do you have? First of all, let's start off with what is your ethnicity. Because even, okay, we have looked at Africa as a continent. We have then moved to describing Africa in regional terms. We are now describing Africa in terms of within each individual country. Okay? So within even Malawi, we've got different ethnic tribal groups. Okay? How many tribes do we have? Let's start off with yourself. What is your tribal group? How do you identify yourself here? You are Ngoni, okay? You are Ngoni, okay? How are you Ngoni? Are you Ngoni from your paternal, from your father's side, maternal from your mother? You are Ngoni from paternal. When we talk of paternal, we are talking from the father's side, from the male side. From the male side, better. Okay, so I think about your father or your grandfather. Okay?
I'm talking from my father.
Okay, so you are Ngoni. Is this one like this Ngoni?
Yeah.
Yes, okay? You are Ngoni, okay? From your father's side, okay? From your mother's side, from your mom?
No.
Your mouth is the long. Is it like this?
Yeah.
Long way, okay? This is, you are my long way. Maternal, paternal is one. So this is your father, that's your mother. Okay? So can we really say that you are in one? Because you are half.
But here in Malawi, yeah, we take a tribe from back.
You take the tribe from the past. Yes. Most African countries are like that.
Yeah.
Okay? Some countries, most of them, I think there are very few countries that don't do that. Even in Zimbabwe, the Tongas don't do that. The Tongas will take the mothers maternal side. Even within the Chichewas, there are some Chichewa groups that you take from the mother side. Okay? So within even a country itself, we've got diverse views on maternal and paternal. Okay? Yes. So because you are saying you take from paternal, okay? Let's move on to your grandparents from your father's side. Are they still going or are they both going?
Yeah.
So grandparents still going. Are they still long ways from your grandparents of your mother, both the parents, your mother's parents, the father and the mother?
My grand is one.
Maternal?
Yeah.
Maternal grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay? That's your mother's mother. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes?
My mother's father
So you said your maternal grandmother is what?
is
Gone.
Yeah.
Okay? She's from your father's side. Okay? Yes?
My mother's father is long.
This paternal grandfather is long. Okay. So what you have in you is a mixture of long and gone. We have not even moved to great grandparents. Do you know where they are coming from?
They are gone.
They are gone both.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay? Yes. And yourself? Katish? Yourself? Can you, what are you, okay, I'm going to get to explain and then I'm going to summarize my point, okay? Yes. What are you? Paternally, from your father's side?
Sure.
Father's side is Chichewa? Yes. And then your mother? Yeah. Yeah, how do you spell it? Yeah.
Y-O-Y-A.
Y-A?
Yeah.
Oh, Yahoo. It's not spelled O. Okay, Yahoo. Okay? So your mother is Yahoo. Your father is Chichewa. Okay? Then let's look at your grandparents. When you're talking of tradition, when you're talking of culture, when you're talking of social context, you are starting from your great-grandparents, okay? Your grandparents, then your parents, then yourself, okay? Sometimes you may not know the history of your great-grandfather. You may start from your great-grandfather, or from your grandfather. Is it clear? Okay? So you say your father is Chichewa, your mother is now, okay? What about your father's parents?
Chichewa.
Chichewa, they're still Chichewa.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay? What about maternal, your mother's parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to say that I think there's been an intercultural marriages recently now, maybe between our parents, but very rarely with our great parents. Okay? Although in my case, my grandparents intermarriage. Okay, we call it intermarriage. Okay? But it looks like that was not the trend before. I'm also trying to say that African tradition changes. Yes, it progresses, it changes, it's dynamic, it's evolving. It does not remain the same. So there is more of mixed inter-tribal marriages than before. Okay? That's one point. With your grandparents, you said they're also from your mother's side. Okay? Great-grandparents, do you know anything about them?
They're still young.
They're still young. Okay? What about your paternal? Sure. So can you see that there were very few incidences of intermarriages, okay, between great-grandparents and grandparents. Okay? Clear? So there is what you call complex identity. Okay? According and the paternal that we are using, it has been said by the Western culture and the African culture. But it was said before the migration, because migration can happen within a country, it can happen within regions, it can happen outside of a country. Okay? Yes. So there is diverse cultural ethnicity within an individual. Okay? Okay? Understood. Yes. For myself, this is my example. Paternal. Okay? That's my father. Okay? My father is Shona. Okay? I am Zimbabwe. Okay? So my father is Shona. Okay? Karaka is Zimbabwe. Okay? Okay? That's my father. My mother, okay? My mother is Tonga. Okay? Tonga from Zimbabwe. We got to Tonga in Zimbabwe. In Binga, there's a very remote tribe that is there that is near Zambia. Okay? There's the Tongas. They have maternal lineage. Okay? So, my mother is Tonga because her father was Tonga, Zambian. The father was, his own father was Zambian, his own mother was Tonga. Okay? So, my mother, okay, if you are saying paternal, okay? I don't know what her father said. Okay? The father was, my mother was Tonga. Okay? Sutu also within her. Okay? Yes. So it is Tonga, Sutu, Zambian within my mother. Who married a Shona? Okay? A Shona whose father, my grandfather, was a Shona, Zimbabwe. Okay? When we then move to now my grandparents, from my mom's side, okay? My mother's father, we said was Tonga, Zambian mix. His mother was Tonga, his father was Zambian. Okay? When I talk of my grandmother, my mother's mother, okay? The father was Sutu, okay? Originating from South Africa, okay? Was Sutu, okay? Then her own mother is Zimbabwean, okay? But from the chiefland, okay? Okay? I still need to establish before they came to Zimbabwe were anywhere else. Okay? That's that. Now we're moving to my own great-grandfather. My own great-grandfather was Swahili, coming from Tanzania. Okay? My surname is not Shona. My surname is not Zimbabwe. It's originally a Swahili surname. Okay? So, that's my great-grandfather. Okay? Then a chief. Okay? Now, I'm not sure whether the chief started in Swahili or it was then given in Zimbabwe. Okay? From Tanzania right up all the way to Zimbabwe. Okay? He was a warrior. Okay? Coming, settling, conquering, and all that. Okay? That's my great-grandfather. Okay? My great-grandparents from here. I need to still know something about them. But I know that my grandmother's father was a chief. Zimbabwe chief. Okay? That I still don't know. I know that her own father was a chief, but it's not a chief. Okay? Have you understood the complexity of it? But I'm not knowing the chieftainship, where did it originate from? Did it originate all these days in Zimbabwe? Or was it originating from out of Zimbabwe? You still need to ask. Okay? Yeah. So I was just trying to illustrate that our identity is very complex. My spelling says I'm Tanzanian. I only know one Tanzanian word. I only recently learned it to say hello. Jambo. But my spelling, someone will say, okay, you're from Swahili, but I've got 3-4 generations that are coming from Zimbabwe. And when we talk about this Swahili migration, we are not even sure. 1890, we were already in Zimbabwe. And we were already chiefs there. So I'm not even sure when the migration from Swahili, so from Tanzania, came. Okay? When was it done? Okay? But 1890, we were ready. We only know that we're in 1890. Okay? Because my great-grandfather was almost like knighted, given the work by the British settlers to recognize that he was a chief in that area. And he used to be called for battle, to help the British fight battles when they had battles, to help the rebellious fight battles, to help the Shonas fight battles. He was a well-known warrior that if he would walk, footsteps could be heard miles away. So if anyone wanted anyone to fight, if there was an invasion, they would call my great-grandfather, and he'd go by himself and he would fight. So in recognition of this warriorship and this chieftainship, he was given a white horse by him. And also he allowed the Anglicans to build the first church in our village, where my father is now buried. Everybody else is saying. Okay? So can you see there is a history there? Yes. Okay, so we said it's Harry. We have already seen. You said you. One, there's a Ngoni, yes, there's a Chichewa, but you're mixed. I'm sure that I'm mixed also. So we've already given an example of that. We are varying. There's significant ethnicity, diversity within us. Okay? Very few are Chichewas right up to the end. Okay? Because there's like intermarriage, which was happening even during that time, but very rare. Okay? What is another identity that we have? Language, yes. Okay? Language, I also want to say language. Okay? What do you speak? You are mixed, right? You are from mixed tribes. What do you speak? Chichewa. And what is your level of competence of Chichewa? Are you able to write Chichewa? Are you able to speak Chichewa? At what level? Because there's beginner level, there's intermediate level of any language. There's advanced ability. Where can you place yourself in terms of speaking the Chichewa language? There's a kind of speaking, reading, writing. You're speaking, you are at an advanced level. Okay? Writing, not good. Reading, not good. You speak for yourself. Okay. Myself, even Shona, I want to be very honest. I speak Shona, but my Shona is not at advanced level. My Shona is intermediate, I can say, because I cannot have a whole continuous conversation with Shona. I will switch quickly to English because of my educational background. Okay? So I can say my speaking level of Shona is at maybe intermediate level. I don't use proverbs. I have to think about them. And it only became like that because I did it at A level, but I did not study it all out. Okay? So I have to think about, okay, what are the African proverbs? Because when you talk of language, you should be able to narrate the African proverbs, idioms, expressions, okay? Similes in African language. That contains that you are this one is a Chichewa, people in Shona, they can speak, they can include proverbs, old things, okay? And you understand it. So my Shona is that I think it is an intermediate, okay? Is that the only Malawi language you can speak? You can speak also Chichewa, you can speak Chichewa, but you can't speak.
No.
You can you speak Lomo? No. You can't speak Lomo, but you are also half Lomo. But you're only speaking the language that is coming from your father's side. Okay? I can only speak Shona from my father's side, Patena. I don't know Sutu. I cannot speak it. I don't know how to speak the Tonga language. I don't know even the Zambian language, but to understand, okay, from Zambia, which tribe was my great grandfather from? I don't know. All we know is that he was Zambian. He had come from mine and then he went off and went back to Zambia. Okay? There were only two in the United States. Okay? So, I don't know. Swahili, I don't know. Never been there. I really want to go there. Never been there. Okay? So, even when you talk of food, I cannot identify myself there. Or the only thing that they eat cassava and stuff, and which I learned later to eat. Okay? The traditional food, I don't know. Are you understanding? How many languages do you speak? Try the languages you speak one. But the other side of your heritage, you don't know. So, okay, one would say you identify yourself with African if you can speak at least one African language. Okay? But then we now need to look at the competence, the level of it. Are you able to read it? Are you able to write it? Are you able to speak it? Okay? Reading, I struggle with Shona. Speaking, in fact, reading now is almost at beginner's level. I have to speak. Even speaking, I speak quicker in English. Okay? Yeah, I don't even speak in Shona. Okay? So, we've seen the diversity of the perception of what is called African language. So we can say maybe an African should be able to speak one language. But is that true of all Africans? There are people who go abroad, who are born in a country that is not theirs, don't even know their own tribal language. Let's not even go outside of Malawi. I know of Zimbabweans that don't know even how to speak Shona. They only speak English. The parents would speak to them in English. They don't know. They are African. They are black, but they don't know how to speak their own tribal language. Don't you have Malawians like that also? Yes. Who cannot even speak Chichewa? Who cannot even speak the body language? But they are still what? They are still African. They are still black. So what are we basing their identity with? The skin also? So if we have someone who's Chinese or Indian who comes and is able to speak Chichewa, are they African? No. They can speak the language. They can even speak better Chichewa than someone born here. Because we are saying we do have blacks that do not know how to speak their own language. Okay? So we are identifying one aspect of identifying Africanism is by language. But that's not true. That's why she said it's complex. It does not apply to everybody. You can be African but do not know how to speak your own tribal language. Okay? That's why. Okay? We said we can identify it by at least either your parents or your grandparents or your great grandparents' heritage. Okay? So you might be born in America, but your grandparents were born in Africa. Or your great grandparents were born in Africa. So therefore one might decide to say, I am African. I am American now because